here for Griffith and Brundrett Surveying and Engineering, speaking on behalf of the property owner. They are taking this large acreage piece and creating a few lots with it. It's technically in the Spanish Wood Estates subdivision, so because it was part of a previously platted subdivision, it has to come before you guys to be approved, and I will be here if you guys have any questions.
There we go. Do I need to repeat that? Okay. We have Darn H. and Bonnie K. Sigwald, 3573 Loop 1781. They are in favor. And we have Robert L. Williams Jr., Dennis J. Wilkerson Sr., and Don A. Wilkerson in favor. Do we have anyone else here who wishes to speak for or against? Okay, so we're done with that one. We're going to move on to the next item in the public hearing. Conduct a public hearing to consider a request to replat the property located at 1117 North Live Oak Street, also known as lots 5 through 12, block 245, Smith & Woods subdivision. Do we have someone here to speak on that? If you could tell us your name and address and...
My name is Don Developer, the project manager for JW Turner Construction. And we are trying to do these duplexes to bring more affordability to the area. If y'all look at the pictures, these are actually these are really nice looking. And we think it'd be a great addition to the area. We have other houses we have in the area off of North Fuquay. So we're trying to develop the area in a better, affordable way, and that's why we want to do the duplexes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other? That's this one. Susan Pash is 1108 North Live Oak Street, is in opposition. Okay.
What I read about, am I allowed to say something? What I was understanding from that is that they're in opposition if it was going to be turned into like a Section 8 housing.
Okay.
And they didn't want that, and most people don't. So, but that was the impression I got for the opposition.
Okay. So this is all on the rezone, right, Carrie? The big, okay. And this is on the replat. Okay. Anyone else care to speak?
It's my first time here, so if I did something off key, let me know.
Hey, I already screwed up a couple of times, so you know. And I've been here before. All right, well, we will move on in the public hearing to conduct a public hearing to consider a request to rezone the property located 1117 North Live Oak Street, also known as lots 5 through 12, block 245, Smith & Woods subdivision to R3, duplex dwelling district, currently zoned R1, first single family dwelling district.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I said it the opposite direction, didn't I? Apologize. If you see the picture, we're trying to build the duplexes. The owners had this lot for quite a while, and we think duplex in this area, as long as we're in the affordability range, they look good. We think they'll be great, especially retired people. We're trying to keep the cost down because, as you know, I live in Rockport myself, and prices just keep going up. So we're trying to bring affordability back with new construction.
Okay.
And, oh, no. We don't even do that. Only reason I said that, because that was their opposition to it. No, ma'am, we don't do that.
Okay. Anyone else before I begin the encyclopedia? Okay, these are the comments we have. We have 26 objections. 2 are within the 200 feet and 24 are not within the 200 feet, and they are from 17 properties total. We have Rusty and Darlene Gauthier, 702 North Austin. We are opposed to both multifamily rezoning and also turning into small lots of the above properties. If this email avenue is not appropriate, do we need to fill out a form? This is from Susan Pash, 1108 North Live Oak Street. Good morning, Carrie. I am writing to express my strong opposition to the proposed rezoning from single family to duplex for the property at 1117 North Live Oak Street. I hand-delivered my signed opposition yesterday, but felt I needed to express my concerns to you in this email. This property is directly across the street from our home. My husband and I, just as our neighbors, bought our properties in single-family dwelling zoned area. It was important to us when we built this house 22 years ago that it looked like it had always been here. We love the quiet and all the trees and charm of the neighborhood. The wildlife loves it too. There's a herd of deer that come through the property every day. Each of the homes around us that have been built through the year has also been construction with consideration of the neighborhood. Looking straight across from my front door at the lushness of the proposed property with its big, beautiful trees, I fear that it would be turned into a concrete parking lot and sidewalks around multiple buildings, or have a huge fence around it, either taking away the charm of this part of the neighborhood, making it commercial, and driving the wildlife out of yet another area. As I am not opposed to development of this property with single-family homes, duplexes tend to attract low-income residents, which could lead to an increase in crime rate and decline in property values. The traffic from multifamily units would be a concern, as would trespassing by people thinking they can take shortcuts through your property. I have neighbors that had to get permission from the city to build a higher fence on their property to shield it from the apartment complex that is already on the block. There are enough multifamily dwelling properties in the neighborhood already. I've worked hard since my husband passed away in 2020 to keep my property up and make improvements as I am able. I have always felt safe and secure here. I am deeply concerned about the impact this development would have on property values in the surrounding area. The influx of low-income residents could result in a decline in our property values, especially as the development ages. In conclusion, I would like to ask that the committee take these concerns into consideration and do not approve the rezoning of this property from single-family dwelling to duplex. We have Virginia or Ginger Gauthier, excuse me if I'm getting the name wrong, in 1101 North Magnolia in opposition. There is already multifamily residences across the street from this location. We do not need any more. Please keep this a single-family dwelling like it was when we bought these lots. Also, Live Oak has enough traffic, and this will increase it even more. My property is inside the yellow circle at number 31953. Thank you. We have Houston Yarberry, which we have no address. It has come to my attention that the city plans to rezone the area of Live Oak and Linden. I strongly oppose this move by the city. My property backs up to Linden across from the Oak Tree Apartments. I already have to deal with the bright lights and loud music at all hours of the day. The neighborhood needs to be for single-family homes only. We have Stephen F. Haynes at 1120 East Linden in opposition. Would destroy Old Rockport. This is a popular and re-emerging part of town. Okay, thank you. Clarice Haynes, same address. In opposition, you are taking away the charm of Old Rockport by rezoning this property. You stable, okay, thank you. We have several. We have several from the same address. Cass Caspery at 1330 North Magnolia is in opposition. We have Mary Beth Caspery Turner at 1324 North Magnolia in opposition. Mary Beth Caspery at 1330 North Magnolia in opposition. 1330, sorry. Todd Caspery at 1330 North Magnolia in opposition. Delo H. Caspery III at 1330 North Magnolia is also in opposition. We have Jerry Smolik at 1010 East Linden, which is in opposition. Treylani Palmeyer, 708 North Magnolia, in opposition. Increased traffic where children walk to school and not good for property value. Will have to tear down all the trees. Anita Dominguez at 901 North Ann is in opposition. Jacqueline K. Quebecia, 1027 North Live Oak, in opposition. Beverly and Danny Mays, 1209 East Sabinaw, in opposition. David H. Picton, 905 North Allen, in opposition. Joseph Blake McDavid at 912 Allen Street, in opposition. Brent and Ashley Dawson at 1031 North Austin Street, in opposition. Courtney Sanchez at 1032 North Austin Street, in opposition. Ignacio Sanchez at 1032 North Austin Street, in opposition. Matthew Lynch at 1101 East Linden Street, in opposition. Clarissa Lynch, 1101 East Linden, in opposition. Patrick McDavid, 901 North Austin Street, in opposition. John M. McDavid Jr., 1006 East Orleans, in opposition. Ashley Dutton, 714 North Live Oak Street, in opposition. And that is that. So, at this point, we're going to close the public hearing. It is 5:46, and the public hearing is closed. Back to our regular agenda. Deliberate and act on approval of the regular meeting minutes of August 5th, 2024. I unfortunately was not here, but we have our minutes. Anybody have any comments or suggestions?
Motion to approve.
We got a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Next item is to deliberate and act on a request to replat property previously platted located at 3542 Loop 1781, also known as Lot 16, Spanish Woods Estate, number 5, being 19.426 acres, City of Rockport, Aransas County, Texas.
As you can see, the replat is simply taking that 19 and a half approximate acres and dividing it into 3 very large lots. If it hadn't been for the fact that it was previously platted, it would have been administratively approved.
I mean, it's not complicated. They've all got road access and. Anybody here wish to comment? Anybody up here want to comment? Pretty cut and dried here.
And the only comment we had on that was in favor, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't hear y'all. Are your microphones on?
Is your mic
can have
under
a
the
mic.
paper? Oh, okay.
We just need to, for the minutes, we have to.
Yeah.
There.
No, I was just saying it is in keeping with the current larger lots of Spanish
Yes.
Woods.
Okay. Would you like to make that a motion?
Yeah, I'll
too?
make a motion in favor.
All right, we got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Any further comment? Because we had so much other comment. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Very good. Right. Deliberate and act on a request to replat the property located at 1117 North Live Oak Street, also known as lots 5 through 12, block 245, Smith and Wood subdivision.
This is taking 8 lots and replatting it to 6 larger lots.
Okay.
It's down, I'll have it down there. Meets all minimum requirements for platting.
Okay. Comments, questions?
Motion to approve the replat.
Thank you,
I'll
Warren.
second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? If not, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, nay? All right. Deliberate and act on a request to rezone the property located at 1117 North Live Oak Street, also known as lots 5 through 12, block 245, Smith and Wood subdivision to R3, duplex dwelling district, currently zone R1, single family dwelling district.
Would you like to speak?
Or step forward in case anybody has questions.
So when they first started this project and came to me with plans and such, they were looking to put a road down the middle, to replat it so that there was a road down the middle and the lots on either side. But then that required removing one very large oak tree. and they didn't want to do that. So they have opted to, Church Street is undeveloped on the west side of the property. It's already a dedicated right-of-way, it's just not developed. So they've submitted the plans to develop Church Street, which does take out some smaller trees, but the bigger trees are saved. And they tried to plat the lots so that they could save the big trees. I mean, it adds a lot of value to that property,
And
so.
we know these big trees are coming down. Do you have the, this, that we can,
Yeah, pull that up, the actual duplex.
sorry.
And I believe these will be rentals?
No, no,
Oh, they're gonna sell them?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Will there be an HOA?
No, ma'am. As far as I understand, it's supposed to be from the actual neighborhood, the city, is what they're gonna be following.
Okay.
Well, but when there's a duplex and a common wall, there has to be some sort of agreement between the two
Yes, ma'am.
on the expense of that, but it wouldn't be an HOA for the whole neighborhood.
Right.
It would just be, each building would have its own,
Yes, ma'am.
between owners. And I was told that the reason for the uproar like this is that somehow the rumor got started that it was Section 8 government housing. And I don't blame them, you
Sure,
know.
yeah.
I don't blame them either if that's the case.
Yeah,
But it's not, as you can see from the house, or the duplex we're building, these are not Section 8. So whoever said that, I'm not sure why.
Who would start a rumor in this town?
Never happens.
never happened.
Anyone here have any questions about this?
So each half would be individually owned?
Yes, sir.
They're about 1,400 square feet approximately. I believe 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
They're 1438. If you go down, you'll be able to see the floor plan. There it is.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have any idea the price point?
The price range we built in is from 330 to 550. And of course, when you talk about new construction, upgrades alone could be quite a bit. We're trying to keep it where it's still affordable, but it looks really nice. Price point probably in the low 400s.
Well, there's a lot of, I guess, a lot of validity to the first opposition that you read that was rather long, about it being single family and the people living there wanting it single family. And there's a lot to be said for what the neighbors want. But then I also, I mean, we do need this type of housing, but,
And it's not apartments.
no, it's not apartments,
rentals.
it's not multifamily.
Single owned.
Um,
Each duplex has 2 single-family homes, basically.
Right.
And, I mean, trying to save the larger trees is very admirable in my book. I mean, there's just so many of them going down.
We love, we really, everybody loves trees. The only problem is if you get an oak too close to a foundation, then you can have issues.
Sure, oh, yeah. Yeah.
So each side individually owned and potentially, conceivably, you could have 2 homesteads,
Right,
Yes, sir.
per building.
which might or might not reduce, not that there's anything wrong with rentals, but you could end up predominantly homeowners, even on their
Yes.
duplexes.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is a beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a nice neighborhood.
That's kind of why we picked these duplexes, not something that's just a square or a rectangle. This has a lot, I mean, there's architect as far as what we're doing, it's a little more expensive than most, but we feel like it's great for the neighborhood.
I mean, I understand what the neighbors are that's actually upscale, you know, in that neighborhood. I must be getting
Right.
old, because 400,000 is not what I consider affordable housing. And
Yeah.
people that are gonna pay that, you're not gonna trash it, you're not gonna pay 400,000 and trash the
Yeah.
neighborhood. The other thing is fairness, we do have other duplex and apartments in that area, so.
Yes, right across.
Right.
Staff does recommend approval. I don't know if you.
Ruth, I think you've got a comment in the back.
Oh, would you like to step forward?
Let's see, Don, you're gonna have to spell your last name for me before I leave tonight. I'll need you to spell your last name for me before you leave tonight. To put it on. Oh, you have it? Okay, never mind.
Hi, if you'll give us your name and address.
Sue Patch, 1108 North Live Oak. So he's saying that he's doing affordable housing. A duplex at almost $400,000 is not affordable housing. You know, how many buildings are you planning on putting in there? How many sets of them? I'm sorry, how many sets of buildings are gonna go in there? Which way are they gonna face? And that, the picture that he presented there is not, you know, old Rockport style. That's like, you know, that, I mean, that doesn't, I mean, I do have reservations about it. Still, even that is not the Section 8. I don't see how that could be called affordable housing, because homes in that in the area, you know, single family homes are in that price range too. So how is that more affordable than a single family home? I don't have any problem with it, the lots being built on and having, you know, all of the lots have homes on them, but I don't see how trying to get two families into one building to get more families in there is something that would be something to do there. Any questions for me?
Anybody have any questions for Sue? Ms. Patch?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sue. If you want to address any of that.
I guess for affordable housing, as y'all know, the new construction it's gone up and prices have gone up. This is affordable because it's what we're building here is very much upgraded of the townhouse, which costs more. And otherwise, you know, if we were looking just to do it the cheap way, we'd just build a box. We don't want to do that. As far as how it looks, we think it looks great for the neighborhood because it blends in.
Okay. And of course, this is a recommendation to City Council, which meets here right after we get through tonight, which is odd, usually.
But it's not for this.
Oh, that's right,
No,
that's
they're
right,
not.
because you gotta have the time. Sorry. So the meeting would be 2 weeks from today.
The
Oh,
10th
okay.
10th.
The whole holiday thing, normally it's 2 weeks, but. Okay, thank you, that makes sense. So anyone wishing to speak to the city council who makes the final say-so, you would probably want to be at that city council meeting. But in the meantime, we have to make a recommendation to city council, which they may or may not go along with. I here would like to make a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve. I don't think we have anything in our level to deny it, so.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the request to rezone. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do you want to do a roll call? Yeah, let's just, if you don't mind, thank you.
Have a motion to approve, to recommend approval of the rezone to council.
Is there a motion to approve?
Yea or nay?
Yay. Sorry.
Ms. Kim?
Yes.
Yay.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Tom?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, city council is your next step.
Yes, ma'am.
And you all know, city
here.
council is the
Okay.
next step.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So with that, we need a motion to adjourn, so we can get out of the way of city council. Anybody like to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Me.
Kim? Thank you, thank you.